Hey guys, hope everything is going well. You guys know that drill. Smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Follow me on Instagram at AIH_sports. Follow me on my finance channel at AIH Finance. Okay, so I wanted to discuss this PPP situation and potential litigation that may be brought on by Jeff Wilson, and he is potentially going to be suing Sports Card Radio. So, just as a rewind, my thoughts on the PPP situation I discussed in one of my videos here, and sports card businesses and PPP loan dilemma and PPP saga and thinking out loud. And I discussed some of the corporations that were getting money, but my ultimate blame for all of this goes to the US government. That view hasn't changed, right? The shutdowns, the lockdowns, that's my issue is more with big government, okay? And I know some people may not agree with me, that's fine. Now, what I found quite interesting about this is Jeff Wilson has sent a letter to Sports Card Radio, and I think it's on their website. And maybe I'll go to it over here, sportscardradio.com. And let's take a look at the latest articles here. So here's the letter that was sent by the attorney. And here's the thing that I think about this, okay? If Jeff Wilson is thinking of suing Sports Card Radio, then I think it could lead to what is known as Streisand effect. And I actually found this through, or it reminded me through one of the comments that was left on not Sports Card Radio, but on Jeff Wilson's page, which I think was deleted. I don't know, but they took screenshots of it. And the reason why I want to show you it because it's, in my opinion, very important. It's Collins Humaker, or I think he's a comedian. He did that video regarding the Backyard Bros and just parody, and Backyard Bros try to sue him. It was the Bin Laden and the Saddam Hussein pulling their cards. I think a lot of people were just busting out laughing. It was parody. So, anyways, he says, and I agree with him on this. I really hope you're not the one trying to sue Sports Card Radio. If you are, you'll find out the Streisand effect is really real. And the Streisand effect, we could look on Wikipedia. You could look it up online. Let's just take a look at this. Attempts to hide, remove, or censor information often have the unintended consequences of increasing awareness of that information via the internet. This is called the Streisand effect. It is named after American singer and actress Barbra Streisand, whose attempt to suppress the California Coastal Records Project's photograph of her cliff top residence in Malibu, California, taken to document California coastal erosion, inadvertently drew greater attention to the photograph in 2003. Attempts to suppress information are often made through cease desist letters, but instead of being suppressed, the information receives extensive publicity as well as its media extensions such as videos and spoof songs, which can be mirrored on the internet or distributed on file sharing networks. In addition, seeking or obtaining an injunction to inhibit something from being published or remove something that is already published can lead to increased publicity of the published work. The Streisand effect is an example of psychological recantance. Whereas once people are aware of some information is being kept from them, they're significantly more motivated to access and spread that information. So, in my opinion, if sports card investor decides to sue Sports Card Radio, which I think will be happening, there may be some unintended consequences via the Streisand effect, in my opinion. And You may be already seeing this already. So this is what Mount MTG line. I always call him that instead of UMU, but I like his channel, and he's done a few videos on sports card radio, not sports card radio. Yeah, he's talking about sports card radio, but Jeff Wilson, right? And he was named in the I have to see what his other channel is. But anyways, he has multiple channels, but on his other channel as well, he's talked about Jeff Wilson. And you could see in this document here, you could go through it. There's what, 35 pages or something like that. In it, it goes over this individual, I think his name's Tony, and it talks about, oh, okay, this guy is running his business from his home, and it appears that it may have been belittling Tony and his marketing agency. And from my understanding, Tony had his workers remote because it just cut costs. Okay. A lot of us during the pandemic worked from home for years. So I have some coworkers that work pretty much at home and they come in once a week only because the boss has made it upon our workers, or has told all of us that, hey, we need to be coming in more often. But a lot of people don't want to come into the office. That's just the reality of it. So some firms like him are cutting costs. But regarding the Streisand effect, I believe if Jeff Wilson, once again, does sue Sports Card Radio and maybe even MTG Line, this could open up potentially a can of worms for Jeff Wilson. How I would have handled the situation, I would have made either a video where Sports Card Investor, I think some people may have thought it was cheesy. I thought it was, an okay video. It got a chuckle from me. And let's look at some popular videos here. It was like, I think some pump and dump video. I forgot where it is. Let me look for it. There's a lot of videos over 100,000. Let me look at this pump and dump. Let me just tie this. The truth behind my pump and dump card scheme. All right. That was, some people thought it was cheesy. I think that was a pretty good video. And, if I were Jeff, I would have probably used humor to deflect on the issue. And then, all of us could have had a laugh and then people move on. But this potential lawsuit that may be brought on, you can, I think, get some of the financial records of this company or companies, from my understanding. So, I mean, what information will that uncover? And here's the last thing I want to leave at. Sports Card Radio has information on all influencers. And if you mess with them in any way, shape, or form, they're going to hit back 10 times harder, in my opinion. And one of the examples from this year is the Mojo situation. They made sure Mojo would be quiet, and they did, with the release of his information that many people did not know. So once again, if I were Jeff Wilson, I would have made a video showcasing what I've done with my career, create the jobs, what he's done in the community. I'm sure he's done a lot of charity work, highlighted that in the video, and then could have highlighted like, hey, look, I think he was an investor in his wife's company, just a video like that, and then make something funny out of it. I think that's what I would have done. Because when you run a business, You don't want drama. You don't want any of this. Now, people are coming after him, but the best way to diffuse all of this tension is humor. And I know Ziggy said that he's going to try to do humor in the next year. I think that'd be good, rather than being all tensed up. I think humor would deflect the situation rather than trying to start maybe a lawsuit with Sports Card Radio and maybe with Tony from UMU or MTG Lions. So it is what it is. These are my thoughts. I would definitely handle it a different way if I were Jeff Wilson, but he can do whatever he wants. Anyways, just wanted to chime in on this. Remember to smash that like button, subscribe if you haven't, comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.